Okay, so I've been asked to do a Hammerman Strikes Back video, so here it is. I never do these because I don't typically care. But your wish is my command. Now, this is with my small account. You'll notice I haven't built the cannon. It shouldn't say small, it's level 62, but lots of defenses are not upgraded. A couple machine guns are level 5 and 6. We've got a mortar at level 4, a flamethrower at level 1, flamethrower at level 4, machine gun at level 4. Got a mortar upgrading. Not terribly strong defensively on this account. So it is usually a struggle to get all 7 stages. And I've only got, what is that? I've got a hot pot level 2. I've got a damage amp level 1. I've got a grappler level 1, so very low level prototypes, just hoarding parts. No reason to hoard parts. I mean, look at this. I got 336 of the field capacitors, 295 power rods, 302 complex gears, and 312 critical fuses. Don't know why I'm hoarding them, but I am. So, figured I would show the goodness. Now, first off, I wanted to show, yes, I finally got Everspark maxed, fantastic. I wanted to show another thing. I've got the universal remote to level 4. I realize there's no reason really to do this, but I just wanted to be the first person with universal remote level 5, so I don't recommend doing this. This is just me completely doing it for the lulz. But anyways, to our task at hand, I've got a Hammerman base that I use. It is the standard Chinese trap base, as they call it. Not my naming, but that seems to be what most people tend to call it. So let's just see what happens. Now, I'm not going to do anything that's going to blow your mind here as far as Hammerman goes. I know how to do it. I don't do anything that's crazy, fancy, or good even. So we'll see how it goes, but let's just rip through some early stages, see what happens. Fairly standard stuff. This is why I don't tend to do these, because I don't even tend to watch the replays myself. I won't watch what happens until I fail 3 or 4 times. I mean, I've got tons and tons of gold, I think. Let's just double check. Now we just wait for the tanks to die. Dying tanks, always a good thing. Oh, Grappler actually doing a little bit of work there. I'm not sure if that's actually going to help or hinder with that Grappler back there, but I've got 6.3 million gold, basically, so enough light probing. That just sounds dirty. Time for full frontal assault also sounds dirty. Mr. Hammerman's got a bit of phrasing going on there, as my good friend Archer would say. Are we still doing that, by the way? Are we still doing phrasing? Carrying on to the thing. This is stage 3, I think. We're just going to wait for these mortars just to wreck the grenadiers. Down they go. My favorite defense for Hammerman is the damage amp. I love lighting up my rocket launchers and shock launchers and mortars for that matter, but just watching them go ham on Hammerman. Oh, that was not even intended. Going ham on Easter Sunday. I guess it's Easter Monday, I suppose. I've got to work on Easter Monday. Sadly, I don't have a union job, so I have to work on Monday. Hopefully no one that's watching this has to work, because it's always a little bit awkward working when half your friends are off. So, and my wife is off as well. So, stage 5, Hammerman. Hopefully I have to make some changes. I mean, so far everything is just using last week's setup, and what I tend to do is I just save my base at the end of the week. I don't revert back to how it was or anything like that. I just keep rolling it, and as it gets better, it gets better. And I've got a huge sneeze coming. This is gonna be a problem. Oh, hopefully that did not explode your eardrums. On to stage 6. We're on stage 6, are we? On stage 6 already. Gotta fail at least once. I always fail. I think it typically takes me about 10 to 11 tries to get stage 7 for the most part. All depends on what they're barraging, where they're throwing critters, what they're shocking, all that sort of stuff. And most importantly, how long the hot pot stays up. If your hot pot stays up, you can usually do pretty well, but it's kind of nice when the hot pot goes down, because it's the most satisfying thing for me on Hammerman is when you just watch them run across the minefield and all die. That's my favorite part of Hammerman. Whoever invented the Chinese trap base, I'm hoping they were Chinese, otherwise it's just a strange name, but that's my favorite part, is just watching them run across those mines and die. Are you ready to get steamrolled? Oh, look at that. 624 of the wonderful little tiny medics, or rifles, sorry. 624 medics would be scary. Come on. Here we go. Stage 7. So we got some shocks happening back here. That's good. I always like to see the shocks happening back by the HQ. It's usually a good sign. Tell me this. Okay, there we go. There come the rifles. Hotpot is down, so we're probably going to have to use our minefield, I'm guessing. Look at all these rifles coming. Just a sheer swarm of them. Come on, minefield. This is going to be fun. Come on, minefield. Here we go, minefield. And death, 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 death. It's not going to work, though. I'm not going to get it down. So I asked for a fail. I got a fail. Let's try... I'm going to try one more time. Sometimes you can actually get it without making any changes. And I'm going to try it because I got tons and tons of gold. So that rocket launcher is being shocked. Probably not a good thing. Let's see. Probably not all that awful bad, probably, though. Let's have a look. Barrage over there. Okay, so looks like we're not going to get it down this time either. Those medics are going to be a huge pain when we get to the minefield. The medics will save a bunch of rifles, I assume. Flamethrower just can't keep up, and down it goes. So, need to watch some replays and make some tweaks. This is the part that I always get bored with. So let's see here. Can I go to half mode? So that's not awful. I mean, that artillery taking out that machine gun doesn't really matter. That shock at the back doesn't really matter. The only thing that rocket launcher is going to get shocked anyways, so we can't really change that. Let's carry on. So I'm probably going to want to change my mortars to the left-hand side, just because everything is dropping on the left-hand side, and having the mortars on the right is not doing us a lot of good. My machine gun is also too far away, so let's just do that. See, this is how much patience I have. I see one thing and try and fix it. So let's move my damage amp over there. I'll move my shock launcher over there. I'll move this to here. I'm going to keep you in front of... Keeping the damage mortar in front of the hotpot is good because mortar... Putting things with high health in front of the hotpot tends to do good things, so... That's typically why I have mortars and boom cannons in front of the hotpot, just to have extra health in front. Let's go. Here we go. Stage 7 of 7. Attempt number 2.5, 3. Okay, there we go. Shock launcher is in range this time. That's good. Oops, my rocket launcher is out of range of the hotpot, so that's not going to be terribly good. Sorry, rocket launcher is out of range of the damage amp is what I was trying to say, but... I tend to stumble on words sometimes, and people love to give you shit. People I get comments saying, you said update, you meant upgrade, and it's like, if you know what I meant, then chances are you don't need to comment. But thank you for commenting nonetheless. I always appreciate the comments, especially the ones that tell me that I'm a effing idiot. Carrying on. There's too many tanks, too many critters. Probably need to move that one rocket launcher over. Minefield doing a little bit of work, but not nearly enough. It's going to go down. This is the part that just gets me so bored. It's just not my cup of tea. Is that in range? I don't think it is. Nope, I need to bring it in one more. Now, what else can we do? I wonder if I can bring this up even... Let's bring you way up close. Just to get them while they're still on their boats. Probably a silly idea, but... At this point, we're just experimenting. Here we go. Hotpot, still alive. Hotpot, still alive. Come on. That's all we need to do is keep the hotpot alive. That's the number one goal in life, is to keep the hotpot alive. Hotpot is... I think this is better as far as hotpot goes. My hotpot is still burning. Yes, hotpot. I think we got this. Look at that. One quick tweak, and we got it. I mean, all you need is a hot pot. When in doubt, drop a hot pot. I mean, that's only a hot pot level 2, damage amp level 1, and grappler. The grappler is not doing anything, but I've been liking the grappler just as something that costs quite a bit of GBE to get rid of. So I guess that's all I got then. I mean, we did it, right? Like, we won. We beat Hammerman. It can be done. Level 62, lots of wimpy little defenses, but you just put them in the right spots and hope they don't die and hope they kick in a little bit. And I didn't even get this. The minefield wasn't... I wish you could almost go back and do it again. Be like, no, I don't want the win. I'll try again. Because I'd like to see... It's always very satisfying when there's like 100 rifles and they're like running in for the charge. We're going to win! Then they hit the mines and die. And that's the best way I like to win. This was a bit anticlimactic with them all dying at the front. But there's no like redo option or I don't want the win option. So that is Zedmot. I guess, or I am Zedmot, and this was Hammerman Strikes Back. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found something useful. Really, all you need to do is watch what's being shocked. If something is being shocked or barraged, move it to the back. And if there's rifles dropping on the left-hand side, put your mortars on the left-hand side. All this stuff is fairly straightforward. If you've got a good base, you probably beat Hammerman every week, and if you don't, then you should make one. You just want them to take as long as they possibly can to get back to the headquarters, or you want them to split, or you want to keep the medics with your rifles and away from the tanks. There's all sorts of different strategies, lots of good people out there, and hopefully by now everyone has figured out how to beat Hammerman. I mean, if I can beat him, you can beat him. That's what it comes down to, because I don't care. I don't give a damn about defenses. So let's get my base back on track. That's the number one suggestion you need to keep in mind. Always remember to set your base back. There's nothing more fun for attackers than finding someone who left their base in Hammerman layout. That really, really sucks. I left my base in Hammerman layout for an entire weekend and came back and had so many losses and lost so many rewards. So don't do that because it's not good. Let's hide our Grappler a little bit more. Grappler is hidden. Almost, sort of, not really. Hope you enjoyed. For whoever threw out and said, please throw a Hammerman video in, you're welcome. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if I can do Hammerman differently for you. If I need to like tie one hand behind my back. I mean, I don't like hot pots. Hot pots are not my thing, but what they cost compared to what they bring back a bunch of intel, not a heck of a lot really, but they make Hammerman so easy, and for me it's worth putting it on easy mode or pushing the easy button or whatever that phrase is, because I don't really care about Hammerman Strikes Back. And for those of you that do, there are great people out there. Saul has a great video every week. There are other people. I think Beardaholic has a Hammerman video, but maybe if you say this is awesome, I'll do it every week. I kind of doubt it, but let me know in the comments if you think there was anything useful here, or if you want me to burn this in a fire or something like that. Otherwise, like I said before, Everspark maxed, Universal Remote almost maxed. I only need another, 56 tokens, and then I'm going to have the maxed out Universal Remote, which, by the way, maxes out at 200% damage bonus. 200 whole percent. Your duration doesn't go up, sadly. You can't capture extra buildings. It's completely useless to do this update if you're using it for operations, but maybe there's a PvP use for it. I don't know. I'm just doing it for the lulz. So let me know what you think. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.